Hey, this is Cameron, and welcome to the reaction log. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Alright, we got a special spicy one here for you, and this is one that's been recommended, like, I don't know exactly how much, but I have been hearing his name come up a lot, and this person has just been kind of a mystery to me, because he's a guitarist, and yeah, we're talking about MK.gee. I don't know anything about MK.gee, and I hope that you don't go into this video thinking that this is going to be a thorough deep dive or anything like that, because that's what none of my videos are. There's no script, there's no teleprompter telling me what to say. I didn't think about this at all. I'm just, which let me go ahead and introduce myself, a classical guitarist here on YouTube. And what does it mean to be a classical guitarist? It means that I play a lot of classical guitar, and additionally, I'm on YouTube, which means that I do own a computer, and I'm going to use that computer to research MK.gee, learn a little bit about him and his career and the music that he makes, and while doing so, I will utilize some of my world-famous colorful commentary. You're all gonna laugh, and then we're all gonna go home. How's that sound? It sounds like a good deal to me. Hey, just looking at it, first impressions, Tim Henson's getting a run for his money here. It's another sad-looking, shadowy dude. Looks like he just got back from like a Japanese school or something wearing his uniform. Alright, let's take a look at this YouTube channel here. So first off, 127,000 subscribers. It's a good amount. It's not like a crazy amount for someone who's been talked about so much, I feel. Yeah, well that's why. This guy ain't a YouTuber. He's an actual musician, just making music. You can tell he's not a YouTuber because none of his thumbnails and titles are lies, saying stuff that isn't true, that there's no way the video is about whatsoever. He's a man of his word. MK.gee-Rockman, official audio. I'm sure it is. There's no reason to doubt that whatsoever. And maybe we can use this YouTube channel to kind of gauge when he started getting some traction here. Well, even 2 years ago, he was getting almost 1 million views, but it seems like consistent million views. Oh, still 2 years ago. I guess this was all around the same time. Wow, this is going back all the way to 8 years ago. So he's been at it for a while. He didn't just pop up randomly. God, it's the morning. I'm gonna get my coffee. I'm sorry, guys. I just stubbed my toe. We're so early in this video. Dare we listen to any songs yet? I feel like we should gather a little more information. And here's the thing too, when I do start playing songs, I'm not going to include very much of it. And the reason why is because of copyright. What I'm doing here shouldn't infringe on anyone's copyright, because this video is not a substitute for listening to MK.gee. But YouTube doesn't care. YouTube thinks that I'm just trying to steal the audio. So basically what that means is I'm going to be playing less than 5-second clips probably, and they're going to be really cut up, but you can always just go look it up on your own if you hear something that you like. Before we actually listen to anything, let's do a little bit of idiot research. Let's look up MK.gee on Wikipedia. Whoa, look at that! He's got long hair. I already like him for that. What is it with rock stars these days, cutting their hair short like they're getting freaking tech jobs or something? Classic rock star look. Oh god, another commentator. No, ew. Oh man, those talentless freaking commentators, dude. I hate them. Dude, this guy is cool as ice though. Look at him. This is like the dream of every undergrad guitarist at every university. My god, he looks just like him too. Sorry, all the undergrads I go to school with. You all can be it too. I feel like it's not that hard. Like again, you see the persistence. You just gotta be pumping out your crap for 8 years. And you know, eventually Jimmy Kimmel will pick you up. Alright, so MK.gee is an American singer-songwriter. Gross, we know how we feel about that. MK.gee gained fame through his innovative, heavily processed guitar style and bedroom pop production. Wow, excellent. It started in 2018. It's funny how long these things take, man. 2018 was so long ago. Oh god, look at that, dude. Michael Todd Gordon, MK.gee, born in 1996. Dude, I swear to god, like, I don't know what it is, but when I look at people like this, I'm like, that's a teenager. That's a kid. Because I feel old. Like, when I first started this YouTube channel, I didn't really feel that old. But there's just something about going to grad school and then, like, I don't know. I guess there's a lot of kids on YouTube that just make me feel, like, unk. But, dude, I look at this guy and I'm like, he's freaking 22. He's a young buck. He's got his whole life ahead of him. I envy him so much. But no, he's older than me. He's unk. Dude, MK.gee is unk. It's confirmed. I wake up most mornings and I wonder why I have to be trapped in this old man's body. It's not fair. Michael Todd Gordon, better known by his stage name MK.gee, is an American singer-songwriter, music producer, and multi-instrumentalist. He began his career in 2017 with the release of his debut single, I Know How You Get. He did 2 EPs after that, then he released a mixtape? Okay. Aside from his own work, Gordon has collaborated as a songwriter and producer with various artists, including Dejan. Dude, I'm actually a huge fan of Dejan. I love Dejan on my sandwiches. It's just better than yellow mustard. Omar Apollo, I don't care, whatever. Justin Bieber. ah, Justin Bieber. Sorry, I get excited for Justin Bieber. He's my favorite. He grew up in New Jersey, and he looks like it too. His interest in music began at an early age when he started taking piano lessons at the age 6 or 7. That's good. That's a really good move for your kids. Piano lessons, like, I know it's not guitar. And look at that, by 11, he started learning how to play guitar. These are excellent time frames. You guys might think, like, oh, start your kids when they're 2 on the guitar. No, I don't think so. For any parents, listen up. I'm not a parent. I know I've aged like 50 years over the last 2 years from the stresses of YouTube, but I have not passed on my seed yet. But if you want to know what I would do to my kids, here's what I would do. From ages 0 to like 6 or 7, which is exactly this, vocals, just singing. Like, just sing to your kids. Do you work so much you can't even sing to your kids anymore? Just sing to them and encourage them to sing back to you. And it's going to develop their vocal cords and just their confidence with working with music. And you can get a lot done with just your voice. And also, the Fisher-Price, like, piano, get them all the toys in the world. Ukulele, Fisher-Price piano, teach them how to, like, strum. Just, like, simple, though. No expectations. They're not beginning their rigorous studies yet. It's all fun. When you're a kid and you're starting your life off, things can just be fun. And then at 6 or 7, piano lessons is a good idea. Maybe also get them a separate counterpoint teacher too. If you want them to like actually be like really good, like make them like an old school composer or something, get them piano and counterpoint lessons. And then at the age of 11, they begin their real studies of the classical guitar. And maybe even younger than that, maybe like 9. If you do all that, they'll be winning the GFAs by the time they're like between the ages of 20 and 30, I bet. And if you want to maximize that, have 3 or 4 kids and do that with all of them. One of them will win the GFAs, which is a pretty important thing when it comes to having children. Also, what I'm saying is insane. Don't worry about any of this. How about this? Just love your kids. You know, just love them. Show them music if you love music. That's a good idea. Okay. Hey, he attended a high school? That's good to hear. Gordon moved to Los Angeles to study at the USC Thornton School of Music, but dropped out before graduating. Good move. Good move dropping out. That's always a good sign. I was hoping to have a similar trajectory with my graduate studies, but it appears that I will be going back for my 2nd year. I'm sure that's disappointing to everyone. I just went so I could have that story of like dropping out because some other bigger thing happened. But so far, yeah, this is the dream of a non-classical, like, between the ages of 10 and 30-year-old guitarist. Like, he's doing it right now. So maybe when we get into his actual, like, stuff that he's put out, we can just try to notice, like, what is it exactly that allowed him to make it? Because I feel like there's a lot of people trying to do this exact same thing, and it seems like he's just killing it. In 2024, he released his debut album. Isn't debut like your first album? I guess it's his first real album. Whatever. It got critical acclaim, praised by Pitchfork as one of the best. What is Pitchfork? What is this crap? Pitchfork, the website. Oh, shoot, dude. Pitchfork said it's one of the best albums of the first half of the 2020s. That's a really funny way to say that. It's the best album of the last 5 years or so, excluding 2019, though. Okay, Gordon made his debut television appearance in 2024. He performed Are You Looking Up on the late night talk show Jimmy Kimmel Live, and later appeared as a musical guest on Saturday Night Live. Wow. He's also performed in multiple music festivals, and he just generally has a music career. Look at that, dude. Look at what is possible when you just start a kid super early into music, and then they go to music school and drop out, and they do bands, and they also look really cool, and they play a cool guitar, and they have long, awesome hair. Anything is possible. How about we look at his music now, and we just sort of get a feel for MK.gee. Let's start with his oldest thing, where he appears to be pouring orange juice into a red solo cup. That's good, dude. Vitamin C. It's a good choice. A lot of sugar, though. Be careful with that. Okay. I'm immediately getting, and keep in mind, I don't know any of this music at all, getting like a Daft Punk feel or something like that. Something kind of funky and modern with those kind of vocals over it. Let's see. No guitar yet. Is there gonna be a guitar solo in here somewhere? Okay, I think we get the idea of that one. It's fun. It's a first release. It's a fine first release. It's good. Just to get a timeline, MK.gee is 30 right now, because he was born in 96. So I'm assuming that this YouTube release is around the same time that this song actually came out. I almost called it a piece. Did you hear that? Around the same time this song came out. So he was 22. It sounds like you could have finished your studies, dog. Why didn't you just stay in school and get your degree? If you're releasing music when you're like 20, Okay, I get it. I understand. But you waited until you would have graduated anyways to release your first thing. What, could you not afford it or something? I don't know. I don't know your situation. I'm sorry. But alright, like, it's a funky song. It's cool. Let's move on. So it looks like this is the first real album being uploaded. This is pronounced MK.gee. Listen to that audio quality. Rick Beato would be like, oh, the production. This sounds like one of those things where it's gonna sound like really crappy and then it's gonna like woo, like go in and then it's gonna sound really like up close and professional sounding. Let's see. I don't think it's coming. It's just gonna sound like this the whole time. Okay. You know, this is a sound that I think kids 10 years ago are gonna love. I can see why they got so popular. It still sounds very much like a garage band, though. Like, I'm not blown away by the music. I am listening to it, by the way. I know that you're not getting much listening, but, you know. Alright, I'm done with that one. I don't even know what song that was. Let's do, Annabelle. Drum machine, alright. It's gonna be the same story throughout this. I'm sorry, I'm not hating it. This is a fine release, especially for a first real release from a band. It does sound identical to basically all the bands that I knew about in my undergrad, who are releasing similar albums. And I assume that there's going to be something a little more innovative with MK.gee, particularly in his guitar playing, as things go forward. I don't think he's famous for this, is all I'm saying. And he's not. Like, compared to his other stuff, there's, like, barely any views. Good lord, the production / mixing on this album is next level. Yeah. I feel like I'm hearing an entirely new generation of sound and music, and I'm confused and delighted. Dude, it sounds like just School of Music, like jazzer stuff. I swear to God, they all sound like this. Hey, are you a School of Music classical guitarist? People did that 300 years ago, so, you know, maybe you should consider something else. See, the difference is, I know what I'm doing is, like, old and nobody wants to hear it. I already am at peace with that. I do it for the love of the game. But just understand that this sound is old and derivative, and then, like, if you love it though, do it. I get that then. I totally understand that. The piano solo is next level. I cannot believe how good it is. Alright, let's see it. Sounds like someone went to music school. I like the piano solo too, actually. That was pretty nice. One more on this first album. You tell me that it's not fair life. Alright, that's enough. So I assume that this is pretty heavily MK.gee's influence, and he just has a band of, like, people that he potentially met in college while he was going to it. But it sounds like that. It sounds like a college band of musicians who have been in the School of Music for like a couple of years or whatever, and they kind of learned what they needed to learn there. They found a sound that they liked, and then that's it. I say we move on by going through the highest view count videos. So the next one will be CZ official music video. Let's see what we got. And this was 6 years ago, so he's 24 now. All right. Immediate improvement in the production quality. It's not starting with your phone metronome click or anything like that. Not that there's not a place for that. Your first album is a good place for that. Alright. Or just watching MK.gee kind of tweak out. Tell me that it's alright to love you. Yeah, I forget the words. Yeah, it's definitely like an improvement from his last stuff. It still is very much the same formula, I think. Even down to like the band dropping out like in the last like whatever amount of time. It feels very similar. It's a lot of like just ambient vocals just kind of getting washed out with like effects. And it's a sound. It's a sound that I feel like I've heard a lot. Maybe it's MK.gee that I've heard, like, because this is like 6 years old after all. So maybe I've just never known it's him and I'm like already tired of it. But I feel like this is kind of the thing like 6 years ago. Just these ambient layered vocals that just kind of trail off and don't really go places. It almost feels like a counter to like the super poppy, like really clearly defined verse chorus paradigm that we see a lot in pop music. It's just a meandering melody that just goes on and on. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. That's one of the things you learned in California, that freaking like just lazily sung, just, you know. I have to say, it feels much less like a band production and much more like a MK.gee production. The first album sounded like a band. Like, it sounded like a group of friends with each part having their own personality. He's running a formula right now. I think that's what I'm getting from this. Like, he's trying to make it, and he probably has a little bit at this point. And this seals the deal. All right, next most popular one. Let's see. Dream Police, 1.5 million views. We made it, dog. We made it, dude. 1.5 million views on a song? Yeah, bro. That's what I'm talking about. All right. Oh, we're going to get some guitar playing in this one. All that equipment just to capture the boring and flat timbres of the electric guitar. Am I right, everybody? This is all the equipment I need right here. Homegrown, baby. I guess I need a microphone, too. I also have to run reverb and compression through Logic and whatnot, but don't worry about it. There we go. Okay. Sounds like he hasn't tuned that guitar in a while. It's been dropping lower and lower. He just picks it up and plays it. I keep an acoustic guitar in my fridge, and I won't play it for months and months at a time, and the strings will just kind of all drop lower and lower together. So when I do go and play it, it's like, whoa, this thing is like buttery smooth. This thing feels awesome. There's like no tension on the strings at all. And then you go and tune it up, and you're like, oh, ugh, it's a Yamaha with old strings again. So I'm glad to see he's just embracing, just stop tuning your guitar. It's more fun to play when it's not in tune. Just stop tuning it. Also, fingerstyle. I just noticed that. He's playing fingerstyle right now. Let's examine that technique a little bit. You know, honestly, actually pretty good for electric guitar fingerstyle. This is also genre dependent, but what a lot of people do that sounds kind of nasty is pulling up on the string, and then the string will slap back into the guitar, and it makes it hard to play with any kind of like control when you do that. But if you watch his knuckles here, particularly his fingertips, when they play the string, they'll rest on the string, and then his fingertip will go towards his palm, and you will see on his largest knuckle there, you can very clearly see that it's going that way. When someone's plucking the string, like in that way that I said gets kind of nasty, you'll see it moving the opposite way there. So yeah, just watch his knuckle. Look at that. Yeah, like really good. Honestly, really good. His technique is certainly allowing him to reach down to the music that he's playing, which is always a good idea. You never want to be reaching up to the music. That's that electric guitar tone in there. Did you hear that? Dude, what is that? Sounds horrible. Why are you including that? You know, it's bold and it's daring, and I don't know. I would dare to not include that personally. Like, that can't sound good running through a club speaker. Like, and it's unfortunate too, because I hear the chord being played in there, but it's so overpowered by just the noise of the guitar. Are my headphones broken or something? Like, I swear to God, it sounds like my headphones are broken. This sounds awful. Does this, like, and again, I feel like Rick would be like, this is an amazing production. And it's like, yeah, maybe I just don't get it. Like, it sounds like I couldn't enjoy listening to this. And it's not the song. The song is fine. Like, I'm sure the guitar playing is fine. MK.gee is fine. But my God, like, how is this listenable? Like, those synths are just piercing my ears. It's just like loud. This has to be a joke. This sounds terrible. I apologize to Tommy Emmanuel and everyone else. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't mean everything I've said. That's some terrible tone. That's that MK.gee tone right there. All right, next one, Candy, live. Oh, we're promised a live session here. Is he gonna pull a Marson on us? And if she's looking hard, she will find it. Yeah, you just like to. What is going on? I think my headphones are broken. Are they? It's just like noise. He has like a noise machine every 4 bars. Just like, it's really weird. You know, I do kind of like it because he's like, his image is like a young, good-looking guy playing guitar, like a John Mayer type, but newer. but he just has the weirdest decision, just the least appealing decisions, like making those terrible sounds. It's very unpoppy. I respect it for that. It is terrible, though. Sounds like he's in a laser fight. That sounds exactly like the other one. It even has the crazy, horrible, like, I don't even know, guitar hits. I'm 61, and the 80s were the best years of my life. The vibe and nostalgia of this song gave me warmth and made me smile the entire song. That's crazy that we're actually in a point right now where the older people are loving the modern pop music of today. That's not supposed to happen. You're supposed to hate that, dude. Dude, I don't get it. Dude, no way. This is guitar players? This is what we got right now? What kind of wacky sound is this? This is so wacky. It feels like a joke. This has to be a joke. Has anybody questioned the sound of his guitar? Like, it makes me feel like my headphones are broken and I'm stupid and crazy. That guitar had something to say. Yeah, like, I couldn't hear it, though. Yeah, we're hating today. I'm sorry, everybody. I like their first album more. What you want? All the MK.gee fans, post a comment about it. Post a whiny little poopy comment about it. Alright, all his songs are getting views now, so let's see what we got. Another live one. I don't know, do you think this one's actually live? He's on top of the bus this time. But you know, it's fine. The song's easy enough to where you can be on top of a bus and still play it. This sounds like a Justin Bieber song, and then the guitarist from Korn turned all the distortion off and started playing fingerstyle. Yeah, this one's not bad though. It's just like a song, like a pop song. There it is. Just clip it. Hey, can you turn the gain up a little bit? I don't know if this is live or not. It could be. Like, who knows what is real or not. If it is live, his technique, his right-hand technique in particular, is pretty impressive because all those arpeggios sound really tight. There's a lot of reverb on it too, so like you really got to be articulate with ba-da-da-dum, ba-da-da-dum. So if he's doing that consistently live, that's like Giuliani approved right there. That's really good. Not easy to do. Takes a lot of practice. The best guitar sounded in a long time. I don't really agree with that. I think sometimes the guitar sounds really good, and then sometimes it just sounds like it's just overpowering my headphones and just stabbing my eardrums. Maybe I don't get it. Maybe I'm the old man. You guys ever think of that? Maybe I'm the old man. Alright, Rockman, official audio. Interesting because it sounds really 80s. I'm surprised people even want to listen to this. This is probably my favorite one so far. Maybe we can even go beyond the 1980s and go to the 1880s, see if we can get that on the top 40. Alright, I know. Someone call the police. MK.gee doesn't miss. This track is so good it stings. So we went through a lot of his discography spanning his entire career. All in all, he's a guy making music, and it's like good, honest music played with instruments, with collaborators and stuff, and he's getting a lot of traction. Just to kind of recap everything, MK.gee is a guitarist, but ultimately, this is a man who has had a almost decade-long career, and it's now popping off, or I think it has popped off for like a couple of years or so. And it might be easy to look at MK.gee and be like, you know, this is an overnight sensation. But no, these things are a process, and they take a long time. Have you ever written an album before? It's hard. It takes a lot of work, collaborating with that many people, writing an album, releasing it. But it's those kind of seeds that you plant over a decade that could lead to a career like MK.gee. And I really appreciate him because he's playing a guitar. I'm making fun of like his tone and all that. Whatever. He's doing his thing, and it's a new thing, and it's cool, and people are vibing with it, which is good. Ultimately, he is a force for good for guitar because he's a guy playing a guitar and showing everybody that it's cool. And that's my review. Boom. I don't know. Of course, there is a comment section for if you didn't like this video and you want to leave a poopy little baby comment about it. Go ahead and do that. And I think we can wrap this one up here. Of course, if you made it this far, be sure to subscribe and leave a like. I have a recital class that's this Sunday. First one is fully booked, but there will be another sign up like after that at some point throughout the week. And it's going to be a weekly thing going on. I'll talk more about it in a practice log because it's time for this video to end. Of course, if you'd like some merch, head on down over to Rootin's Delight for some merch. All right, I'll see you in the next one.